What if you could ride a train through snow-covered peaks in the morning and cruise beside sparkling fjords by afternoon? Or see the midnight sun light up the sky at 2 a.m. Then watch the northern lights dance like spirits just a few months later. Norway isn't just a country, it's a living painting. And every turn in the road leads to something surreal. From fairy tale fishing villages on the edge of the sea, to dramatic cliffs that seem to rise straight out of the water. This is not your ordinary destination. It's a place where silence feels sacred, and the landscapes tell ancient stories. In this video, I'm taking you on a journey through the most breathtaking wonders of Norway. You'll get to see iconic places you've always dreamed of, and hidden gems that feel almost too magical to be real. We'll start with some surprising facts that make Norway truly unique, then explore wild mountains, misty fjords, polar islands, and cozy towns that look like postcards. Whether you're planning a future trip or just want to escape into beauty for an hour, you're in the right place. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and let the beauty of Norway unfold before your eyes. Let's begin. Norway has more coastline than most countries on Earth, thanks to its endless fjords, islands, and inlets that stretch for over 100,000 kilometers. If you laid it all out in a line, it could circle the globe 2.5 times. The country runs so far north. There are places where the sun never sets in summer and never rises in winter. People here don't just live with nature, they live inside it. And they take care of it deeply. Norway is one of the few places where wild reindeer still roam free, and where wolves, lynxes, and Arctic foxes still live in the wild. And even though the winters can be long and dark, Norwegians are among the happiest people in the world. Maybe it's the fresh air, the connection with the outdoors, or just the joy of a good hot drink by the fire. You'll also find some of Europe's most sustainable cities here, powered by clean energy from waterfalls and mountain rivers. Norway was one of the first countries to protect huge parts of its land and sea, turning nature into national treasure. And let's not forget trolls. From road signs to statues, these mythical creatures are a real part of folklore here. There's even a place called Trolltunga, the troll's tongue, where you can stand on a cliff over a 700-meter drop. The best part? In Norway, the line between myth and reality is so thin, sometimes you're not sure which one you're in. Oslo is where modern life meets wild nature. And they don't just exist side by side, they blend together like colors in a painting. One moment you're walking past sleek architecture and floating saunas, and the next you're hiking through deep forest trails. The city is surrounded by water and woods, and it feels like you can always escape the noise within minutes. Start in the heart. The opera house looks like a glacier sliding into the sea, and yes, you can walk on its roof. Then stroll down to the harbor, a mix of sailboat street food stalls and calm waters reflecting the sky like glass. Don't miss Vigeland Park, home to over 200 statues. Some strange, some funny, all deeply human. Telling stories with stone and silence. Just a few steps away, you'll find cozy cafes, quiet bookshops, and museums filled with Viking ships and ancient sleds. Even the Nobel Peace Prize is given here, in a city that feels calm, kind, and full of quiet strength. But Oslo isn't just gentle. At night, it hums with music, neon, and clinking glasses. especially in the Grünerløkka district, where art and life blend in every corner. In summer, locals swim in the fjord and bike everywhere. In winter, they ski down city hills or skate across frozen lakes. It's a place that teaches you balance between fast and slow, between tradition and future, between city and soul. Bergen is where rain turns into poetry and fog becomes part of the charm. They say it rains here over 200 days a year, but no one minds because the city wears water like a velvet coat. Tucked between mountains and the sea, Bergen feels like a village trapped in a fairy tale with houses stacked up hills like colorful puzzle pieces. Wander through Bergen, the old wharf with leaning wooden buildings and narrow alleys that whisper stories from 1,000 years ago. This was once a Hanseatic trading port. Now it's filled with art shops, cozy cafes, and hidden corners that make you pause and smile. Take the Flybanen funicular up Mount Fløyen, and you'll see the entire city spread below like a map. If the clouds part, the view will steal your breath. If they don't, it feels like standing inside a dream. Fishermen still sell their catch at the harbor, and the smell of salt shrimp and cinnamon waffles floats through the air. Music flows here too. Bergen gave the world Edvard Grieg and black metal, a mix of soft and wild like the city itself. And if you're lucky enough to catch a sunny day, the colors explode, and the whole city seems to sing. But truth be told, even in the rain, Bergen glows. Maybe even more. This is where Norway becomes magic, pure, untamed, overwhelming beauty. Geirangerfjord is one of the most iconic fjords in the world, and when you see it, you'll understand why. Steep green cliffs plunge straight into deep blue water. Waterfalls spill down like silver ribbons from hidden lakes far above. You'll hear names like Seven Sisters and the Sura, waterfalls with stories passed down for generations. It's not just scenery, it's storytelling in stone and water. Tiny farms cling to impossible ledges, places once reached only by climbing ropes or narrow trails through the forest. You can sail through the fjord hike above it, or stand at the edge of the world on the Dalsnibba viewpoint. And in every direction the silence roars. Even on the busiest days it feels sacred, like you've stumbled into a place where time has stopped. The village of Geiranger sits at the fjord's end, with a few houses, some boats, and a view that could quiet your soul. It's one of those rare places where nature isn't just around you, it swallows you whole. Come here with open eyes and a slow heart, and let the fjord change you. Imagine jagged mountains rising from the sea, like dragon teeth biting the sky. Now imagine bright red fishing cabins, tiny and warm, standing bravely on the edge of this wildness. Welcome to the Lofoten Islands, Norway's remote paradise above the Arctic Circle. This is where nature writes in bold strokes. Cliffs, beaches, snow, and light all crashing into each other. You can surf here in the icy ocean with snow-covered peaks behind you, or watch the sunset at midnight in glowing orange silence. Villages like Geirangerfjord and Nussfjord look like paintings, quiet, colorful, and touched by the sea. The smell of dried cod hangs in the air. This has been a fishing region for 1,000 years, and the tradition still lives strong. Hike to the top of Røros or kayak through glassy fjords where the water shows every stone beneath. And when the sky clears, look up. Because here the northern lights don't whisper, they shout. green, purple, gold. They twist and shimmer like dreams being born. In Lofoten, the wild feels close enough to touch, and the silence is never empty. This is the edge of the world, raw, remote, and utterly otherworldly. Svalbard sits between mainland Norway and the North Pole, a frozen land of glaciers, polar bears, and silence. Only a few thousand people live here, in Longyearbyen, one of the world's northernmost towns. The air is sharp, the snow endless, and the feeling? Like stepping onto another planet. Here, daylight disappears for months, then returns with a brilliance that blinds. Reindeer walk through town, Arctic foxes dart past houses, and yes, this is polar bear country. You're required to carry protection outside the settlements, not out of fear, but out of deep respect. Take a snowmobile into the frozen valleys, or a boat past blue icebergs under a midnight sun. You'll see rusted mining towns frozen in time, and deep silence broken only by wind and ice. Even the seeds of the world are kept here, in the global seed vault buried deep in the permafrost. Svalbard isn't for everyone, but for those who make it, it's unforgettable. It teaches you how small you are, and how wide, how wild, how wonderful the world can be. This isn't just a road, it's a wild ride across the sea. The Atlantic Ocean road stretches across tiny islands and wild waves, curving and dipping like a roller coaster above the water. It links the coast like a thread pulled tight between earth and sky, twisting across 7 bridges that feel like they're flying. When the ocean is calm, the drive feels peaceful. A quiet journey through silence and sea spray. when the storms hit, the road becomes something else entirely. Waves crash over the sides, wind howls, and water sprays across the asphalt, like a movie scene brought to life. It's both beautiful and terrifying, and that's exactly why people come. You'll pass lighthouses, fishing huts, and endless views of open sea, where the sky and the ocean melt into one line. There are places to stop along the way, where you can walk out to viewpoints and feel the wind shake your body. It's a short drive, but every moment feels charged with energy. And even when the weather is bad, maybe especially then, the road shows you how nature rules here. This is not a place for fast travel. It's for slowing down and feeling what it means to be alive. Let the wind hit your face. Let the ocean speak. Let the sky tell you something you forgot. They call it the pulpit rock, but it feels more like a stage for the gods. Preikestolen is one of the most famous hikes in Norway, and when you reach the top, you'll understand why. You stand on a flat cliff, 600 meters above the fjord below, and the drop is straight down. No railings, no barriers. Just you, the rock, the sky, and the air that suddenly feels thinner. The hike itself takes about 2 hours, winding through stone forest and open sky. Along the way, the views keep changing. Distant peaks, quiet lakes, and long lines of trees stretching into forever. And then suddenly there it is, that famous square platform, sticking out over the fjord like it dares you to step closer. People sit on the edge with their legs dangling. Some lie down, others just stand in silence. Because up there, the world goes quiet. The wind moves gently, and your thoughts move even slower. You'll see the Fjord stretching below, water so deep and blue it feels unreal. And maybe you'll feel something shift inside, something soft and big like awe. Coming back down the trail feels different, like it already belongs to a memory. Preikestolen doesn't just give you a view. It gives you a story, one that stays long after you leave. It begins with a shimmer, a soft green glow in the corner of your eye. Then it grows, moves, dances, and suddenly, the whole sky is alive. The Northern Lights are not just something to see, they are something to feel. They float above you in long waves of color, green, purple, pink, moving like breath across the stars. In Norway, you can see them from deep in the Arctic, from mountaintops, quiet fjords, and snowy valleys that feel untouched by time. You wait. You watch. And when they come, it feels like a secret whispered, just for you. The silence helps. So does the cold, the kind of cold that wakes you up from the inside out. People travel across the world just for a chance to stand there, looking up, mouth open, heart full. Some say the lights are spirits, dancing in celebration. Others say they are messages, flickers of something bigger than us, reminding us we're small and that's okay. There's no noise, no music. Just color, motion, and a kind of magic that can't be captured in photos. You don't just see the Northern Lights, you remember them forever. Røros looks like a Christmas card and feels like stepping back in time. It's one of the oldest mining towns in Norway and a UNESCO World Heritage Site with wooden houses that have stood for centuries. In winter, everything is covered in snow. Roofs, streets, even the lanterns. Horses pull sleds down narrow lanes, and smoke rises from chimneys into a sky so quiet you can hear your own breath. The streets are lined with wooden shops, cafes, and workshops, where people still make things by hand. Wool blankets, metal crafts, warm bread baked with old recipes. Everything here feels real and rooted. You'll find no neon signs, no glass towers, just a feeling that time slowed down and never caught up. Even the church, built in 1784, still stands proud, with a quiet power that holds the town together. In summer, green hills roll around the edges, and the air smells like grass, wood, and sun. There are festivals, markets, and open-air plays, where history lives not in books but in the streets themselves. Røros is not loud. It's not big. But it stays with you, like a soft song in the back of your memory. Senja is called Norway's most beautiful island, but even that feels like an understatement. Here, mountains rise like giants from the sea, and the coast curves in wild, dramatic shapes that look carved by gods. Every turn of the road opens a new view, sharper, brighter, quieter than the one before. One moment you're on a beach with golden sand, the next you're under towering cliffs wrapped in mist. Villages cling to the shoreline, fishing huts painted red and yellow against blue sky and cold sea. Senja isn't crowded. It doesn't shout. It whispers, in the sound of waves in the wind, through the pines and the crunch of snow under boots. drive the national scenic route, and you'll feel like the only person on Earth. Stop at Bergsbotn for a view that makes your chest ache, or hike Sigla, the mountain shaped like a sail catching the sky. And at night, when the stars come out, the island turns into something from a dream. Senja doesn't ask you to be amazed. It simply is, and that's enough. So now you've seen it. The wild, the calm, the strange, and the beautiful. Norway is not just a destination. It's a feeling that stays with you long after the video ends. From the crashing waves of the Atlantic to the glowing sky above Tromsø, every part of this country tells a different story. Maybe you came here to dream. Maybe you came to relax. Or maybe just to remember that the world still holds wonder. Wherever you are, I hope Norway whispered something to your heart. Thanks for traveling with me. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep your eyes open. The world is waiting. Let us reward you for watching till the end. Here's how to claim your free prizes. Step 1. Check the links in the description right now. Step 2. Access our free app now and unlock hundreds of free resources to craft the perfect travel experience without the cost of a traditional travel agency. You'll find valuable pieces of advice for your trips, links to buy skip-the-line entry tickets for any attraction in the world, plus a community of travelers waiting to share the love of travels with you. If this sounds not enough to you, we will give you even more extra contents like how to travel with kids or pets, language courses to sound like a native when you travel, practical guides on how to find your IKIGAI, stress relief techniques to enjoy your travels and life like never before. Do not hesitate. Our app is free. Click the link in the description now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel so you do not lose any moment of deep connection with our amazing planet and your own soul.